some of the protective factors that help when children are experiencing distress is when the mother is able to stay attuned with their children and help reframe the situation they're in. So for example, if they're in a setting where some of the basic services are not being provided and they don't know how they will survive, if the parents can receive support so that their anxiety or their distress is better managed by access to services, information about those services, in terms of those community level supports that people need, those relational supports that people need to be well. If those pieces can start to be put in place, then they will be better equipped to be able to support a child in distress in terms of reassuring the child, being present for the child, acknowledging what the child is going through. And then beyond that, then once that moment has passed, then the parent can help children be able to think through, okay, what are things that we can do in this context? Or what are ways that we can help each other to make it better? I think this can be quite powerful. One example that I heard from people who have been crossing the Mediterranean was that they were being met by teams who were helping children to reframe that very difficult process of crossing the Mediterranean on these dangerous ships or vehicles, was to reframe that experience as a heroic journey, that they were superheroes because they conquered that sea and they arrived and they made it. And reframing that story suddenly empower children and their families to think through, we have overcome this and there is more that we can overcome. So that story not only helps the child be able to see again what is happening with them, but it also helps the family unit to be able to think through how they can continue to persevere. Of course, this has to be supplemented or reinforced and supported by the coordination of basic services and access to perhaps additional services that children may need. Like, for example, if the level of distress is beyond what the basic services can address, like beyond the fact that the child is hungry once they've eaten, it may be that they're still not sleeping well, or they're still in that kind of fight-flight cycle, that there are interventions that families can be supported to providing that love and care and attachment and redirection that children need in that difficult setting. And then beyond that, in terms of community and more societal engagements.
In the Middle East, where I work, we still have this family component which is strong. So you still have the mom and the father, you still have the extended family. The grandparents have a fantastic role to play with the children. You have the sister, the sibling, the neighbor. So as much as sometimes they can be a risk factor, this strong family, this extended family, because everyone is here to support everyone. So if a child is crying, here come the grandma to comfort or to protect or to say, stop, don't beat him or don't do this now. So also the family is, as much as it can be a risk factor, also the family can be, and the extended family member can play a big role, especially grandparents can have a crucial role in protecting the children.